My whole a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I get money on Monday, I get money on Tuesday, I get the bag on Wednesday, count it on Thursday, more money on Friday, and I'm doing shit my way. Get it, count it, stack it, spend it, do it again, and repeat that process. Get it, count it, stack it, do it again, and repeat that process. Wanna be around me? Be true to yourself like I found me. I'm a mood, I'm a whole V-I-B-E. And I don't play by my money, nigga, I need me. Hey, I get it jumping like double dutch. Touchdown for the team when we huddle up. Let me take you on the ride, baby, buckle up. Your life is okay, but I can touch it up. They ain't smoking loud, baby, hush it up. I stay focused, I ain't worried about the other stuff. Besides heaven, it ain't nothing that's up, it's us. It's no wonder why all of them look up. I get money on Monday, I get money on Tuesday, I get the bag on Wednesday, count it on Thursday, more money on Friday, and I'm doing shit my way. Get it, count it, stack it, spend it, do it again, and repeat that process. Get it, count it, stack it, do it again, and repeat that process. I get money on Monday, I get money on Tuesday, I get the bag on Wednesday, count it on Thursday, more money on Friday, and I'm doing shit my way. Told y'all I was about to blow, so I had to go show y'all. Said I wouldn't do it, came through and blew the dough off. Now they wanna ride, I act like I don't know y'all. I'm a OG, said young nigga go off. No, I spit wisdom, you don't listen, then it's your loss. Looking in the sky like what we doing, cause it's your call. Life on the line and I'm living like my phone off. Roll call. I get money on Monday, I get money on Tuesday, I get the bag on Wednesday, count it on Thursday, more money on Friday, and I'm doing shit my way. Get it, count it, stack it, spend it, do it again, and repeat that process. Get it, count it, stack it, do it again, and repeat that process.
Thank you for tuning in to the Media Lounge podcast. I am your host, Celine. On the line with me today is rapper Yung Pooda. Thanks for joining the podcast. Where are you dialing in from today?
Thank y'all for having me, and I'm dialing in from Texas.
You're welcome. My pleasure. In Dallas, Texas. And what's the situation in Texas right now?
Well, I mean, it's slow moving. We got this Category 5 hurricane that's kind of moving around in the Texas area, but not necessarily where I'm located at, so I'm all good. Good.
I'm glad you're safe. All right, so let's get started. You got that single out, Repeat That. Your EP is slated to drop later this year, but before we dive into that, Yung Pooda, you have a story to tell, and before you were doing strictly music, you were on the streets. Why don't you tell us a bit about your story, your musical influences growing up, and what made you decide to stick to music only?
Well, I mean, I was always into music, so that, like, music was always my passion. But as I was growing up and trying to do music, being that I was from a small area, I kind of felt like, it's going to take a while, or it wasn't happening as quick as I wanted to. So just growing up and the environment I was in and the people I was around, like, I was heavily influenced by my surroundings, so that caused me to venture off into other things as far as getting into the streets, like really trapping and doing. I don't want to get too deep into it, but,
yeah.
Then I started just thinking, I just started seeing a cycle as far as, it's only two ways this can go, dead or in jail. Like, that's a true fact. And then, like, I just wanted more for, more for my life, more for my family. I wanted more, and I knew I could get more. And I knew I could get more through my passion of music, because I always knew I was talented. Like, not to sound cocky or anything, but I'm like one of my favorite artists. So
you're good.
Yeah, and I'm my biggest critic also. So, but as I was just thinking, as I'm going through this journey, me and my homeboys and my kin folks, and we doing what we do, I'm like, man, I really don't see no end to this, So we got to start doing something. We had to talk. and we was like, well, we need to take this music serious. So we started using the money that we was getting, you know, from the streets and putting it into music. And as we were doing that, like, we really didn't have no clue how to really do it. We were just kind of going off what we think, ideas, and just talking to other people. But me, I got deep embedded into it as far as, like, trying to learn the business side, like how to actually build a fan base, how to actually, you know, get social media popping, how to really get deep embedded into the, you know, the industry.
Right.
But I already had a name too. Too in the streets and music-wise, because I always freestyle anywhere I go. Anytime we had a party, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably go to the DJ, sell him some weed, and then have him run my song, and we turn up. So I had already had a name. So every time I do music or I drop something, I'd have a little small fan base kind of supporting it and doing what it do. So I was staying in Orange. I'm originally from Orange. That's where I was born. So I was staying in Orange, and I moved out to Houston. For more opportunity, because in Orange it's like 0 to no opportunity. So everybody was telling me, like, man, you really gotta get out. They were telling me, man, you gotta go to Atlanta, you gotta go to LA, you gotta go to, and being that Orange is so small, and, I didn't really have money like that at the time, so I'm just thinking, like, I got to get to the closest, biggest city that's next to me, which was Houston. So when I got out there, I ended up staying with my kinfolk, my cousin. He had a nice little spot in Prairie View. He was going to Prairie View. He had a spot, and I ended up moving with him. We was going half on the rent, and that's when, like, that's when all hell broke loose, because we was, like, really big trapping out there. And, too many, it was just too much, you know what I'm saying? Shootouts, fights, and everything that come with the streets, everything that you see or hear about, like, that really come with it, And I'm like, man, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I had so much of a name that, like, when I would go into Houston, I eventually moved into Houston from Prairie View. But when I would go into Houston, I would know bigger guys that had a bigger buzz, and they would know me. So I'm like, man, if they fucking with me, I know for sure I can do this, because I'm just as nice as them with this music shit. So I started taking it serious, and I did a showcase in Houston, and someone found me. It was about 6 people in there, and out of the 6 people, it was this guy named Heavy. Shout out to Heavy. He found me. He managed Zero, Slim Thug, Pow Wow, like all the Houston, most of the Houston-based artists. So he was like, I can't manage you, but I can put you with some people, that can manage you, and I can kind of guide them or whatever. So as I hooked up with them, that's when I really kind of started popping. Shouts out to Results Management too. So they listened to my music. They was like, you got to slow down on the street stuff, because we had to sit down and they talked with me. I was like, cool. So right after I ended up moving to Houston. I'm trying to give y'all the short version, but it's
I'm sure there's a lot more to it.
Man, it's definitely a movie. I ended up moving to Houston and just really just moving around. I could never sit still, I was always, anytime they got anything going, this is when I started saying, okay, I got to take this serious. I'm at the showcases. I'm at wherever the DJ's at. I'm paying for the DJ drink. And then, see, this was kind of around the time CDs was just going out, So I had a couple of CDs pressed up, handing them out, just networking, doing a lot of groundwork. And that led to me doing a song with Pow Wow. Shouts out to Pow Wow. Big bro reached out, and I got him on the Beat Up the Block or whatever. And also led to me going on a tour with Boosie when he did the Bupac tour. He had came to Houston. And I had opened. You know, he had the slots or whatever, so I had opened for him. He was like, damn, this dude hard or whatever. So we did the little business tip on that, and I just kind of followed him wherever he was going and opened for him. Yeah.
Nice,
so
nice.
That's the,
thank you for that background.
That's the short
we
version.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that is, right? But thank you for that. And I'm glad that you recognized your talent, and I'm glad that you're moving differently now. So fast forward to 2019. Sure. You get signed to It's a 10 Records. You're dropping your EP later this year, produced by Grammy Award-winning duo Cool and Dre, which, by the way, for any of you folks tuning in for the first time, skim back to about 3 episodes to listen to my interview with Dre from earlier this summer. By the way, I love the fact that he is still creating, and I love the fact that so many artists have stayed creating even during these times. I appreciate that. But, Yung, tell us about your single, Repeat That. What was the inspiration behind that, and what can we expect to hear on the project Vivid Pictures?
My inspiration to Repeat That was that the beat was so different. It was something like I've never heard. Shouts out to Cool and Dre. They really snapped on that. When I first got the track, I was like, wow, I didn't really know how to come on it. So, you know, we just played it back and back. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it just kind of came to me as I was thinking about my past, my present, because I'm real close to God, and I made a promise to God, like, you know, if you do this for me and give me this platform, I'll definitely stop doing what I'm doing. And that's what happened. And as I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing what I do no more or whatever. I'm still getting money. I ain't got a job. I'm still getting money Monday, Tuesday, and it just kind of came to me. So that was the inspiration to that. And what you can expect.
I like that you made that promise.
Yeah, I'm big on spirituality and God. Shouts out to God. That's my best friend.
That's right.
What you can expect from Vivid Pictures is definitely my story, this movie. Every song is a motion picture. Like, I'm putting you in that time, in that situation. Like, I feel like this is a project, not just an EP. You know, it's a piece of art, because when you put it in, it's like I'm actually giving you facts. I'm taking you there. I'm giving you the good. I'm giving you the bad. I'm talking about God. I'm letting people know, like, you know what I'm saying, the reality of life. And so that's what you can expect. You can expect some real good emotional, passion, turned up, just the whole package in this EP.
Nice. Now, you were just on an interview with Fat Joe, and he said, and I quote, "You are going to be a big boy in the game," end quote. Now, that's an honor receiving that from Fat Joe. And I only saw that clip. I only saw part of that. But what was that interview for?
You said what was it for?
Yeah, what was that interview for when you were with Fat Joe? I only caught the clip.
Shouts out to Big Bro. Shouts out to Fat Joe. Been an early believer. He actually invited me on the Joker show. You know, the Repeat That was doing so well. You know, he wanted to bring me on, so I was highly excited for that, and I appreciate that to the fullest. Like that's more than words, right there.
Yeah, that's an honor. Now you're also doing some things with BET. What should we expect to see?
Shout out to BET. I just did the Couchside concert. Shout out to that, and we just locked in and did the show on there. It was very good. BET has been a big support to me, a major support system to Repeat That, to the video, and just to me as a person. So I'm very thankful and blessed for that. So you can expect a whole lot more work from us.
Nice. And what is next for Yung Pooda? I know that we're, 8 months into 2020. Any other projects that we can expect to see, or are you waiting to maybe the top of next year, 2021?
No, we fit to get it in. I'm going to drop one more single, and then we're going to go ahead and drop the EP on every platform and just let it take over the world.
Nice. So when is that EP slated to drop?
We're thinking about October. Don't have a official date, but sometime in October for sure.
And I take it visuals to follow with that?
Definitely.
All right. Looking forward to that. And lastly, this caught my attention as I was reading about you, but you're big on the law of attraction. Why is that?
I mean, I meditate, I manifest everything that's happening for me right now. I actually wrote down and I talked to God about it. So, I put it on paper. I put it on a vision board. I see it in my mind. I'm a visionary. And, as a man thinketh he is, that is very true. And I got high standards for myself.
Look at you quoting scriptures and all. I love that. Nice. All right, so your latest single is available on all major platforms. EP is slated to drop in October. Visuals to follow. Give us your handles, if you will.
You can follow me on every platform across the board at IAMYUNGPOODA. Tap in with me.
All right, Yung Pooda, it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. Wishing you nothing but pure success, and I hope to catch up with you, if God wills it, sometime next year. All right, stay blessed, all right?
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You too, likewise.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you have it, y'all. Texas' very own Yung Pooda. Make sure y'all go stream that single, repeat that, and stay on the lookout for his EP, Vivid Pictures, dropping in October. Read more on Yung Pooda at MediaLoungeChicago.com. And if you haven't yet, follow the Media Lounge podcast at the Media Lounge _ on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time, stay blessed, y'all.